All right. You guys can still hear me? Cool. And now last check. After this, can you still hear me? Cool. All right. And now, can you still hear me? Okay. So here we go. What I was saying was that this is day 5, right? So we had 4 days of different information, of new information, of strategies, theory, and all of that. And right now we're putting it all together, right? And we're putting it all together, and we're gonna talk about what's gonna be happening after the challenge. All right. So the recap of the past 4 days. Covered a lot. We got a lot of information. And my promise before the challenge was that if you absorb the knowledge and you show up every day, you will be a better trader than you were before. So let's see if we achieved that. We talked about the importance of understanding how the market works, right? That was day 1. We talked about the importance of strategies and why you must have one, right? That was day 2. We talked about risk management and trade management, and which is the secret, and goals is more important than the strategy, and something people don't talk about. And then day 4, we talked about the correct mindset in the market, the 2 different teams you can be on, and how the mindset is crucial in order to be consistent in the market. We also did the homework, work that 99% of traders don't like to do, and because of that, we got ahead of them already, right? Trades that we set up now have a clear plan, which we leverage into our success. So, very important. I said this a million times already, but whatever you do, stay until the end. All right. So, the truth is that this is just the beginning, and you don't even know 1% of the knowledge that we can give you. And on top of that, there's more problems to be solved. Problem number 1 is understanding the market and being able to trade consistently, right? Problem number 2 is that you don't have money. So the smaller your account, the more you need to make, the more you need to leverage, the more you need to risk, the more you lose, and the more you're one of the 99.9% of people that fail over and over again, right? So think about this. If you're a trader with $1,000, in order to make a living in a Western country, you need to make at least 300 to 400% per month, right? So, think about that, right? Because we're talking about, what most of us here trade with, and with the goals that we wanted to get to, right? We talked about yesterday, part of the mindset is having the right goal and having the right path to that goal, right? The best path is not to take the fastest path. The best path is to take the most consistent path, right? Well, if you we went through the goals, and many of them were to be financially free. So if you want to be financially free, right, like the minimum you need to make is, in order to survive somehow, right? And that is not even financially free. Like, that's the bare minimum, right? And it's like $3,000 to $4,000 is how much that's the minimum you need to make, right? If you have $1,000 in your account, you need to make 300 to 400% per month. Is that sustainable? No. It's insane risk that you're exposing yourself to. So when you're trading $1,000 and you lose only 1/4 of what you need to make in order to survive in the first place, meaning 1/4 of the $3,000 to $4,000 that you make, your account is gone. So we talked about risk to reward, and this is the opposite, right? And you'll see where I'm getting here. So, however, if you traded with $100,000 to make 4 grand a month, you only need to make 4% per month. 4% per month, right? As opposed to 300 to 400%. So after learning what you did in the past week, in the past 4 days, right? Going from the theory over strategies, over risk management, trade management, mindset, right? What do you think is easier to do? To make 400% every single month, and you can't lose 1/4 of what you need to make, otherwise you blow your account, or 4% every single month. It's 4% a month, right? So if you're making 4% a month, you could live somehow comfortably without risking your account at all. Because if your goal is to make 4% a month, and your risk to reward, say you have a bad risk to reward of 1-to-1, then you're risking 4% in general, right? Plus minus. So there is no chance that you will blow your account, because there's no possibility where there's 0 times where you're in the market where you're exposing your entire account, or where you're exposing 100% of your account. Whereas if you were trading, if your goal was to get 300-400%, you're exposing your account every single time, and on top of that you need to make more than what you're risking in the first place. So you need a good risk to reward, you need a good hit rate, and you expose your account every single time. Who's gonna win, right? Mindset number 1 and mindset number 2. One of these people is mindset number 1, and one of these people is mindset number 2, right? And that's 4%. Now, you could increase that 4% and make 10% a month or 15% a month, right? Those are still low numbers, right? So after what we went through with the calls, who here thinks that within a month they can make 15% a month consistently, right? Who here thinks? I know Saifa does, I know Alex does, Sath does, probably, Bandy does, probably. Yeah, it's not, 15% is a very, very attainable number. So if you make 15% a month, right, and imagine if you did that with $500,000, right? So same strategy, same trading process, but you're trading with $500,000 and you make 15% a month, right? How would your life look like, right? What would change? Where would you live? What does your day-to-day look like, right? Where would you be, right? And literally the difference is the account, right? And this is very important. This is very important to understand, right? So what this means is that you did not realize what your actual problem was, right? Once you know how to make 4% a month, your trading skills stop being the main problem, right? Your capital is the problem. Because when we talk about, okay, we need to compete against, people in the market, we need to compete against the small percentage of people that make money in the market, right? Well, a small percentage of people that make money in the market, they trade with a lot of money, meaning that they don't have to risk as much. So right away, you're at a disadvantage because you need to risk much more than they do. And they still have a higher liquidity, they still have a higher buying power, and they risk less of their account. So a strategy for them, even if it, when your goal is to make 4% a month and you have a horrible, chain of events, like the most you can lose like 20%, like that's horrible, right? A semi-bad day for you when you try to get to 400% every single month is a blown account. That's what we talked about in risk management. That's what we talked about in the mindset, right? So That's the main problem. If you knew how to make 4% a month and you traded with 500 grand, you'd be financially free. That's a very, very simple equation that you can do, right? So guess what? Guess why I was talking about consistency and planning all the time, right? Because after completing this challenge, you already know how to make 4% a month. All you need to do is follow the things that we said, right? If you stick to the plan and you're consistent enough, and you will make 4%, right? Not financial advice. So this is what the challenge was for, right? To be consistent. Now, let's assume that your first problem solved, right? You know how to consistently be profitable in the market. And if you're not now, if you do the homework, right, which was a hard homework to do, but if you do that homework and you just do it 2, 3, 4 times, that is the effect. You will be profitable 4%, right? All the knowledge is in the videos, all the instructions are in the videos. If you just watch it over and over again, there's enough information that you'll realize new things when you watch it for the 5th time, 7th time, I promise. When I watch it, I see new information that I didn't even know about, that I said, right? So, and the videos are public, right? Well, they're private. They will become private to everyone in the Discord, right? Right. Oh yeah, Hans, sorry I missed you. You were obvious to me. You were obvious to me that you were gonna make 15%. So, the videos are public, right? So, problem number 1, check. The problem is solved. Problem number 2, check. The problem is also solved. How is it solved? The reason I created the challenge is to get you further in trading. The point of the challenge was to get you at a level where I can work with you, and to give you a little taste how actual learning of trading looks like, right? But we won't stop there. I have bigger plans, bigger ambitions. I want you to become financially free. So think about the knowledge that you got in this challenge. This is 4 days, 1 hour per day. Now imagine how your life would look like if we did this every day for 1 year, right? Imagine how your life would look like if you could trade this after 1 year with $500,000. Well, imagine a closed group where we work together every single day, where I build your strategy with you and make sure that you get to 4% a month, where you have access to all our hedge fund strategies, softwares, and tricks, and most importantly, our funding. So every single month, you'll be able to show your consistency and pass a consistency challenge every single month. And if you do, you'll be funded 100 grand. And if you don't manage to pass the challenge, you can try again the next month. After 1 month of daily learning, daily calls, and daily trading, you can try it again. So what's my hope for the closed circle? Stop being a sheep. Stop being a gambler. Stop being a Joe, right? The Joe that we were talking about on day 2. And for anyone whose name is Joe and I don't know about it, I'm sorry. Don't be the fisherman, right? Overplaying your gains and undercutting your losses. Focus on consistency, because that's the one thing. When you're consistent, the rest will take care of it, of itself, right? Get the necessary tools, get the necessary funding, and make a living by being consistent, right? So this is the main point. We want to, it's about the consistency. That's what the challenge was about. And I know that the main focus for, you guys trading was, okay, how big can the profit be? But, as we went along in the challenges, it was more consistency, more consistency, more consistency, and that's the main thing. Because let's just assume that you get 100 grand or 500 grand, right? Now the problem is something completely else. Now the problem is just to be consistent, right? I don't need to make 300%. I don't need to make 400%. What I need to do is make sure that the account is still going to be here next month, and I can, out of a $500,000 account, I make 10% a month, I'm fine, right? I made 50 grand every single month. So let's a hypothetical question. Given everything that I said, how much is this worth to you? You learn to trade the right way every single day. I'll brainwash your mindset so you can become, rich every single day. I'll fund you with an amount where you don't have to risk your money again. You will get access to all our tools from the hedge funds, not even the ones that I mentioned, ones that I haven't mentioned yet, including the most consistent strategy I've ever seen, and that is true. You'll be in a group of people that go through this adventure together and grow together. As you grow, you can trade with 100 grand and become financially free overnight once you have the 100 grand. Also, I'll pick the best performers. Instead of funding 100 grand, I'll fund them 500 grand. How much is it worth? How much is it worth to trade at 6 figures and have daily trading and get access to software strategies that goes 2 years and millions of dollars to develop? Is it worth $1,000? Is it worth 5 grand? Is it worth 10 grand? Is it worth 100 grand? Is it worth 500 grand? I have a specific number in my mind. How much do you think I will say right now? Homework. How much do you think I will say right now? I want to see. What do you say? What number do you think I would charge for this? Okay, Hans is going 20 grand. I want actual approximations that you think that would be the value of this. Alright, 50 grand, a pick of Moonwalk, 100 grand. Alright. Alright. So we got 20 grand, we got 50 grand, we got 100 grand, we got a Big Mac, that's priceless. 99 a month, 20%, alright. Alright. So, it's your best guess, right? Okay, enough. It's not 500, it's not 100, it's not 10 grand, it's not 1 grand, it's not $500. Just for reference, if you were trying to get funded with 100 grand one time, it will cost you $1,000 just to get started for one time. You get to do it every single month. So the minimum I should ever charge is $1,000 a month, right? So for the closed circle, it will be for people not on this call. They will pay $250 a month, which is already 25% of what it should be. And for you guys, it's free. It's free. You get all of it for free. It's yours. The only thing that you need to do is you need to invite 5 people into the Discord. It doesn't matter who, just 5 people. They just need to join and introduce themselves. That's all. And you'll get it all for free. And you can trade with 100 grand a few weeks from now. You get one challenge for free, right? Without paying anything. You get the closed circle for free for a lifetime. And as a thank you for you guys showing up every single day and listen to me babbling, right? This is the bundle, or this is the way that we will do the Discord. So yeah, start inviting people now. You got 24 hours. After 24 hours, the deal's off the table, right? So you can still join, but it's gonna cost you. If you want it for free, you gotta invite 5 people. And that's all. Thank you and good night. All right, guys. New invites, Karina. I know that you're up. I know that you're up. I know that you're leading. New invites. If you need to make a Discord account for your grandma, then just do it. Whoever, right? No rules. No rules. But this is for anyone that's on this call, and that's it. I see you, Hans. I see you. This is everyone that's on the call, and that's it. Which means that this will be a paid Discord. There's going to be, free, but, the closed circle is going to be paid. And the weekly and daily calls are going to be paid. Just because the amount of time that, I put in is pretty high, so we need to justify it somehow. But everyone in this call has it for free. That's why I said be on this call. If you can manage to be on this call, too bad. But there are no exceptions. So, yeah. All right. Let me get Hans here. Yo.
Yo, hear me? Am I coming in clear?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, bro, I just want to say I appreciate your generosity, your hospitality, bro, your knowledge.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Very, very grateful, very appreciative of the opportunity. I just have a question.
Go ahead.
So when it comes to the funding, how is the funded account gonna be? How are you gonna fund that? Is it gonna be like a certain platform, a certain how are you doing that? Because right now I'm trading futures. You know what I'm saying? How would that work? Am I gonna just be trading like a forex, or what do you think?
No, it's a full scale. It's essentially a full scale prop firm. So it's I know that you're doing the funding challenge, right? It's the same thing essentially. You'll have futures, you'll have stocks and crypto that you can trade with, and yeah,
different platforms too, like NinjaTrader
and MetaTrader.
You don't have it doesn't support NinjaTrader.
I need to double check. It's a futures, but yeah, let me know whenever you'll be able to do futures though. You'll be able to do futures.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Sick, man. All right, that was my question, man. But I gotta get on there, man. I gotta invite 5 people.
For sure, man. For sure. Yeah, I think it would be a pretty good return on investment if you guys invite 5 people.
Yeah, I feel like that's.
But hey, we were talking internally also with Moonwalk, and we're like, okay, well, we have to put a price on it somehow, we need to justify it. But wait, what? Is Karina an admin? Did you just add yourself in?
Wait, am I an admin?
I have no idea.
I was just gonna request to speak, but I guess I just can talk then.
Right. Okay, no problem. Just let me finish real quick, right? So the price we put, if you just went out and got a funding challenge, it would be at least double the price of what we're charging per month, and it's with all the calls, all the stuff, and a free challenge every single month. So I think it's still a good deal, even if someone wasn't on this call.
Yeah, definitely a good deal, bro.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Karina.
Okay, so I was just wondering, when it comes to like invites, let's say I have a friend that I want to invite. Do I, like, from the beginning disclose that this is going to be a paid Discord, or do I just say that join this Discord and then later bring that in? Because I feel like that might scare a lot of people away.
It's a free
because they don't see.
Right. So it's a free Discord, and essentially the only good question, by the way, very good question. The only way they can even get to being able to pay is if they do this challenge that you guys did already, which is I'll just do that every week, either live or recorded, and those invites. Good point, Moonwalk. And they will have to go through the challenge, which is completely free, right? And then they'll have the offer too. And if they don't want the offer, if they don't want to pay that, they can just stay in the Discord too. They just won't have the, you know, the closed circle strategy building section of it, right? But yeah, they can just join. It's completely, like, they can join and it's going to be free forever for them if that's what they want to do, right? So it's an option to pay that. But, you know, like, if, like, the point is to, you know, do it as, like, you guys should get a bigger value than what you pay for, right? And, like, the more you trade, right, and you can, you know, learn to trade for free in the Discord, right? Because I do believe that there's some value here that, you know, you can use to trade. And, you know, once you get to the point where, you know, you're consistent and where it would make sense to you to touch 100 grand, you know, then it would make much more sense for you to go get the closed circle rather than trying to get funded somewhere else, because it's half the price, literally, and you get all the other extra knowledge with it, right? So offer-wise, it makes sense, but yeah, to answer your question, it's completely free. And something that I did not mention that Moonwalk pointed out is that from all those invites that you guys are sending out, right, 5 people come in from all of you. If you, like, those people, if they end up buying, right, you get 30% lifetime. So, you know, if someone you invite, if they go through the challenge and they like it, then they end up paying for it, then every single month you get a cut from what they pay. So that by itself, you know, if you just get in more people and you think that, you know, there's value that's worth to them, and they decide to pay for it, you get a cut. And I made some, you know, calculations, and when you do that at this price point, like, if you bring in like 10 people a month, that is 2.5 grand, like, snowballing, right? So first month you get 2.5, second month you get 5, third month you get 7.5, right? With the churn rate, or, like, let's assume that, you know, 10% of people drop off, but, you know, it's there, right? If you get like 20, 30, 40 people a month, you literally make like 6 figures a year, right? And snowballing. So that is another addition, I think, for you guys, which is something that I don't think at this point we even had to add it, right? Because I think you would just invite people. But, you know, if you want to invite 10 people, if you want to invite 20 people, then, you know, assuming that you got a good experience from the challenge, and that challenge is just going to, you know, grow and be refined, you know, you can just invite people, and when they end up paying, that you get paid too. That, you know, you guys will get an affiliate link, and we'll do that. Yep. Any other questions? Moonwalk is typing something.
Oh, I'm sorry, you talking to me, bro?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind. I got a crying baby over here. Hold on.
No worries. But yeah, and we haven't even been talking about funding until now, because, you know, the first problem really was to you know, at least see how to trade consistently. But, you know, the instant next thing the next problem that you'll have is going to be funding. They only need to they need to join SATH, and they need to introduce themselves. That's the only thing that they need to do. They only need to introduce themselves. That's it. So they just need to say hi in the introduce yourself channel, and that is it. Then it's marked for you as you invited someone. So it can't be a bot, right? But yeah, just 5 people. And that I believe that every single one of you guys are able to get in 5 people, like whoever, right? All right. Moonwalk is still typing. Either now this is the kind of situations. It's either like a 3-letter word, or an essay that's gonna come out of this. Anyone else have questions? That's pretty simple. Yeah, that the automation of it, but there's a few people on the call, so you guys just start inviting people and we'll figure it out. I'll track it manually if I have to. That's all good. And then eventually you'll have a link and it's just gonna be automated. Yeah, I'll tell her. She's gonna be more active in the close circle. She is. I already talked with her about it. You'll have your friend. Don't worry. Yeah, she does. So she's pretty busy right now. But that friend's going home in like 3 days, something like that. So yeah. All right, guys. I think that's all for the day. You guys, if you have any questions, you can ask later. Congratulations for joining the call. And yeah, and Julian's here too. A lucky guy. Joins like one day. It's this day that you join. But hey, it's all good. Okay, so all right, guys, that's it. Thank you for joining in the challenge. Thank you for doing the homework, to listening to me talking all the time, and I hope that you learned something, and I hope that we'll be able to keep giving you value and keep that you guys can learn a bit from from all the experiences that we had to go through. So yeah, guys, that's it for today. A bit of a shorter call today, but yeah, that's all, guys. You have 24 hours starting now to get 5 people in each, right? So you can't bundle them together, Casper and Karina, right? And is that what you were just about to right? Yeah. So that's it, guys.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
All right. See ya. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
you.